Hello, welcome to IT Security Labs. In this video, we're going to show you how we are going to move laterally from SQL machine to web machine by abusing Kerberos. This is going to be Kerberos delegation. We already have full control over the computer's OU using our SQL computer machine using our last video. And now we're just going to move forward and make sure that this works. If you're new to my channel, this is where we learn Active Directory attacks. I'm using a command and control framework, so it's as realistic as possible to like a red team engagement, if you will. And we are trying to follow every step in breaking into an Active Directory environment, doing some AD attacks in a way that makes sense for even an absolute beginner. So if you haven't, please consider liking and subscribing so that we can all learn together. Otherwise, let's move on to our machine here. We have full control over the computer's OU, and we also now control web because we have inheritance. For this, I have a guide that will be pushed to our GitHub where you will be able to see it if you visit the GitHub repo. You can also copy and paste. To save us time, I'll be using these commands that are pre-made. What do you need here? You need to have Compromise Academy. You also need to have control over the computer's OU and inheritance enabled by following the last video. So first, let's obtain a TGT for SQL. If you haven't, you just run this command. We did this in the last video, but if you don't have this SQL cache, you need to run that command. So let me remove it. Then I'll run that command that is in our repo right now. This allows us to authenticate using this, and Impersonate also checks for it by default. Then after that, we need to request a service ticket for the administrator. Remember, we now have full control of the web machine because we enabled inheritance last time. So we're going to use getst.py. We're going to go to sifs webacademy.line. In order for this to work, your SC host needs to contain the IP addresses of each machine. I have web here defined. I also have DC and SQL. For now, we'll keep adding these machines as we get to new ones, but make sure that you have web.academy.ninja.lan added and the IP address in your environment. Otherwise, the attack will not work properly. And also, your Impersonate needs to be in a virtual environment so that you don't have any issues. If you run into any problems, just know that this might be the case. So let's see if we can request a service ticket using S4U self and S4U proxy. And if we run, all right, we have a syntax problem. In order for us to abuse this, we need to do what we call resource-based constrained delegation. In Active Directory, you can tell another resource, like an object like a computer, to have permission over another object like another computer. Computers can control other computers. Users can control other users, like users can reset other users' passwords. Users can request resources on behalf of other objects. For example, in this case, we're going to impersonate in this scenario, we have GenericAll permission over web computer account. This privilege allows us to fully abuse resource-based constrained delegation. First, we need to create a new computer. We can in theory use our SQL computer to do this, but in Active Directory, every user can create up to 10 computers. In this case, we can create another new computer using our permissions from our SQL machine. So the machine account can create another account. SQL machine is going to create a new computer called Evil-Computer. That way it's easy for me to see. And that computer is going to have a password. Then we'll delegate this computer to have permissions over the web machine. You might be like, well, this sounds kind of redundant. Why don't you just use SQL? This way it's easier. We know the password for this new one. We know that it fully has the permissions. We're not messing with an existing one. And then we'll use that new computer, Evil-Computer, to request a ticket for the administrator on the web machine. First, we're going to create the machine, a new machine called Evil-Computer by running this. Oh, by the way, everything that we're going to be doing here will also be monitoring here, as you can see. And I'll show you why we got some of those alerts in a second. Copy that, and we say in packet, use addComputer.py, add a computer called EvilComputer. Notice that it ends with a dollar, and also respect the quotes. Add a computer password. The password is also in quotes. Then use the domain controller. We want to use the SQL account and its AES key to do this creation of the computer object. As you can see, it says successfully added a machine account, Evil computer with password Evil123. Then now we have RBCD, grant delegation rights to Evil computer so that it can actually act on behalf of web. So in this case, we're saying, hey, use RBCD, delegate from Evil computer, delegate to web using this domain controller action, write, use the AES key for SQL to authenticate. And as you can see, accounts allowed to act on behalf of identity. So who is allowed to act on behalf of web? Computer. And this was added via S4U proxy and allowed to act on behalf of identity. So bad computer, and we also have another one called Evil computer that I had added in testing. So other computers can be allowed to act on behalf of other computers, so like by proxy. So now that this machine can act on behalf of another computer, first let's unset our tokens, because if you do have some that are set, it will error out. So make sure to run this unset here if you are on a machine where you've been. So now the new computer account can impersonate the domain administrator and obtain a Kerberos service ticket for the SIF service on web. We're going to say, hey, I'm allowed to act on behalf of web. Can I get a Kerberos ticket for the SIFs for web? Because web told me I can act on behalf. I have the power of attorney. Yeah. So let's go and do that. Give me a Kerberos ticket for the SIFs service. And we can do that. All right. So it says saving ticket administrator SIFs. As you can see, it's right here. So we saved that ticket. If I do it ls, we should see it right here. So now that we have, this is an administrator ticket. It's pretty much an administrator access password that we have equivalent. So now we can export and use that in our machine. That way, when we want to authenticate to web, it will just use this one. So I'll say, hey, export that. If we run WMI like this, you say it will use that ticket that we just exported to authenticate. And by the way, if you do that, you light up your EDR. As you can see, this suspicious execution via WMI. This is from us running this WMI command that I'm about to show you. So using WMI from InPacket will trigger instant responders very quickly. So you might want to try something different here. But for our sake, we are lazy. We like to get in there right away. And once we get in, we'll do a who am I, and we'll also see who am I. Then let's do host name. So we are administrator, web, CDC, CD users. No, in C, what do we have here? There. Okay. CD users, administrator, desktop. Let's see if we have a flag here. Is it in documents? Okay, here, type flag.text. All right. Computer. So we have owned this machine, and this is our new web machine. But we are not done here. We are really not done. Ideally, what we want to do is to have that machine communicate via a command and control server. First, let's create a user, like what I did here. Then we can use Evil-WinRM. Then we use Evil-WinRM to upload our payload, then execute it. So this is extra now. And by the way, if we do this, this is going to trigger an alert like, hey, a new user was added. I need to fix this syntax here. We need to add a user and add that user to the administrator group. And this will trigger an alert, I think. All right, so we added a new user in the local group administrator. User add. That way, our user can execute our payload. All right. Now that we have a new user, let's use Evil-WinRM to get in there. And then we'll upload our payload that way. That way it's easier. So let me open a new tab. CD. Do I have my payloads here? Desktop? Yeah, desktop payloads. And the payload that we want to upload is going to be the adapt.exe or wintask.exe, one of those two. So I'll use Evil-WinRM from here. That way I can upload. What is happening here? Oh, I need to close this. Now Evil-WinRM, let me in. All right, so I'm in my documents. Okay, so I can say upload. I think this will work. I'm being lazy here. Yeah, it works. Now if I do this, this is a lazy way, but let's check. All right, we now have a callback from web. So if I do console and ls, okay, let me close this and come back in. To exit to client. Come on. Patience here. I don't have patience. Working on it though. Right. So here's my web. Console. ls. We broke a lot of OPSEC rules here by doing that. The uploading process, and for me to get this reverse shell, you will know, because if I get back here to our alerts, let me move myself out of the way. You notice that we have 7. If I refresh this, I should see more. From 7 to 46 alerts. This is ridiculous. First of all, we created a user account. Remember, we created that user account and I told you that was a bad idea. Here, it's telling us like, hey, a new user account was created. That is a bad idea to do that. And also adding that user to local group, WMI. User creation is a bad idea, and also WMI from Impacket is a bad idea. That's pretty much what these alerts are. Specifically, when you use WMI, it does this thing where it creates a service and other things, as you can see here. So that's what we had here. We now successfully laterally moved to web, and we also have command and control server. If you like this, please like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments which part you like the most, and if there's anything that I can improve or add so that our learning can be more fun. I have a lot of fun making these videos, and I hope you also enjoy watching them. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and in the next video, we'll actually start situational awareness on web. What is on web? We are already an administrator, so we can see if there's something to loot on web, and also if there's a way for us to move to other machines in the domain. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.